Okay, all right, all right. We are talking about the land of the unprepared. I need probably about a good 2 more minutes to really get everything in together. Yo, it's Wednesday night.
Huh?
My camera ain't really doing what I wanted to do,
Boo.
but it's these YouTube streets that we on. It's the Tastemakers Pod. Y'all know how we do. Giving you just a little bit taste of the culture, and I got some partners in crime with me tonight. I got my main partner in crime with me tonight, no doubt. My lovely wife Monique is right here. Yep, yep, yep.
Hey, hey,
Then we got your
hey.
man Goss. That is Brina. They call me quote. We are your tastemakers for the night. I mean, I didn't even send out the usual telling people that we on all
You
that kind of
slipping,
stuff.
babe. You
No, I'm
slipping.
not slipping. It's just we had a meeting that kind of tied in too close to the joint, so wasn't able to get what was needed like what was needed. So that's kind of what that is. But anyway, as I get all of that stuff situated and make sure everybody know what time it is, I'm gonna quickly pass. We're gonna do it. Check, see how everybody's doing. I'll pass the mic really, really quickly to Goss so he can talk about his week,
Word?
and
Me
I
go
can do what
first?
needs to be done. Go for it. Go first. That's all you.
It's
Yeah.
an honor to go first. Um, so we out here in the mountains, bro. You can see my background not the way it usually be. I'm out here in the
What mountain
mountains.
you in?
We in Blue Ridge Mountains, I believe. In
Okay.
Afton, Virginia, over here by Wintergreen Resort. Um, we are having a staff retreat. Come and get refreshed. Come and see how we can grow as a staff. It's been fire so far. You know what I mean? We've had different sessions throughout the day. So tomorrow we leaving. Tomorrow is our last session, and then we'll get on the road and head back to Richmond. But that's been dope. Feel me? I'm trying to figure out, like if you semi talking to somebody, do you got to celebrate Valentine's Day, or is that a choice?
If you semi talking to somebody, what
Yeah,
is semi
Yeah,
talking
what's
to
semi
somebody?
talking to
like you
somebody?
talking, but you ain't necessarily talking, but y'all talking though.
If you feeling like you ain't necessarily talking, then I don't think you got to get a gift.
But she might feel like we talking though.
Well,
Is this Italy?
Italy?
This not
this
Italy?
is
Who's Italy?
Italy is the
Oh,
one you was
you know.
talking about possibly inviting to the Italy trip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yes,
man.
yes, 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 yes,
This is Italy.
yes. I didn't know.
The answer
Well,
is
if you're
the
trying
answer is
to
no.
invite her,
If
if you're thinking about inviting her to Italy, then I think there may
I
be
don't
some
think
Valentine's
I
Day
don't think
action
inviting
going.
somebody to go on a trip with you is like romantic or like I don't think it means that.
he don't see that as being, yeah, babe. He don't see taking a woman to
To
Italy,
Italy.
I don't.
right,
Trip. It's
as
a trip.
being any kind of romantic. It doesn't have to be a romantic gesture at all.
It doesn't. I want to take
And
my
this is the
homies.
reason. And this is the
Wow.
reason why you don't need to take her. This is why you don't have to get her a Valentine's Day gift.
And
Okay.
she
So
don't need to go to Italy either. Then
Why
that's
we,
a
not?
we,
Why
we
can't
setup.
tried
we
to
go to
tell
Italy as
we
friends?
tried to tell him we tried to tell him that
That's a
too.
Why
setup.
can't
You don't
people go
take.
to Italy as friends?
You can't even take a woman to Williamsburg without her getting it twisted.
That's
So
not on me.
That's true. This is very true.
This is not on me though. That's on y'all.
No, if you know that it
Y'all.
is what it is,
right, yeah.
you gotta
Y'all. Y'all heard
be
me.
accountable. Be caring and considerate of other people's feelings and
What's
emotions.
wrong with taking accountability? I don't understand.
No, this would be you taking accountability.
No, if I'm telling her what it is and what it's not for this trip, and she still wants to go, what's wrong with her taking? You know what I'm saying? Take accountability for
All right. So boom, check it. You take her to Italy. We just friends. Don't get any ideas. And she meet a guy while she's there. How you feel about her going out on dates with this guy?
He
I'm
don't
totally
care.
good
Or at
because
least
I
he
don't
thinks
like
he
her like
cares.
this.
Weird.
Because I don't like
Which
her
is
like
why
this.
Why
you
you
don't get her
taking
nothing for
her?
Valentine's Day. Then
Because we're cool, we're friends.
Right. You
You
can
don't
just
like
sit
her like,
Valentine's Day out. Just
and
sit the
sit
whole day out.
Italy out
No,
too.
I want to sit Valentine's Day out. I'm with that.
sit Valentine's and Italy out.
Yeah, I don't think you need to
Mm-hmm.
take her on Italy
Somebody
on
go
a
to Italy.
trip. All right. Well, not a female.
You said you wanted to take your boys. Take your boys.
Yo, Dell said he's lining things up on our end. Quote: This might be the perfect storm.
Oh, for real?
Collins, yeah, dude, you call Collins. He just sent me a
Have
text.
you even mentioned that to the other parties yet?
No, they had know nothing about it.
So they still think they're going to Italy?
Keep it like that. No, we talking about something else.
Oh, okay.
We talking about
I'm
something
still
else.
in Italy.
Yeah. No, that I mean, if that comes through, that'd be a banger, and I think all parties involved would enjoy that. But we don't need to. No need to talk about that until we got some substance on that one.
Yeah, he told me don't send nothing yet. He said he's lining stuff up on his end first.
Okay. No, that's dope.
But it is Memorial Day. It's not Labor Day, by the way.
I don't know.
No, I'm telling
you.
Wife. It is Memorial Day. It's not Labor Day.
Oh, you're saying it's May and not September?
Correct.
Oh. Yeah.
So, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Shouts out to business in the chat. Make sure to like everybody in the Jimmy Jam. Make sure to let other people know that you are here. Go ahead and share. Do all the many things that people on YouTube tell you to do. Okay, work trip in Miami. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Bro, this snow about to be so crazy. I thought about going to Miami this weekend.
I don't believe it.
I never believe it.
Yeah.
No, we definitely getting 33 inches.
Richmond 30. Might get. Lynchburg might get.
Fredericksburg might get.
We are Hampton Roads.
We're scheduled to get 33. We're scheduled to get 33.
Fredericksburg is I mean, not Fredericksburg.
Wow.
Lynchburg is
and this area is going to get 3 centimeters.
You think so?
And we'll get maybe, if we get hit, we'll get 3 to 6 feet, and that'll be it.
3 to 6 feet's a lot.
We ain't getting no 3 to 6 feet either. We're getting. I'm not saying
inches. We are. Yeah. Shout out to Litany in the chat.
3 to 6
Litany
feet
said
will close
they getting
down.
snow in Mississippi.
3 to 6 feet will close down the Hampton Roads area.
Everything.
3
inches.
Everything.
3 inches closes us down. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. So 33 inches is going
Wow.
to shut the whole city down in Richmond.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but y'all know how we
I
are
hope
with
it's
weather
not
here.
that bad.
Bree, I'm coming to Indiana. October 17th.
Okay, I thought they
Okay.
dates.
October 17th. I'm going to the Indiana versus Ohio State game
Oh, okay. In Bloomington?
in Bloomington. How far is that from you?
Couple hours.
Yeah,
Pull
that's
up.
a
I'm
couple
coming up.
hours.
I'm pulling up. And tell your boo to come through.
See why you do that.
Yeah. So I guess that's how Goss's week has been as he ponders about Valentine's Day. I have to actually ponder about getting off of work on Valentine's Day because as of right now, I am scheduled to work on Valentine's Day, which is a Saturday.
Oh, wow.
How's that going to work with my wife? How do you think
And
my
your
wife's going to feel about
daughter.
that? And my
And
daughter.
your daughter, whose birthday is that
Shout out to
day.
Vic. Young Vic.
Yeah. What you just as a random shout out to Vic, or did Vic do something?
Your daughter. What you mean?
Oh, Vic. Well, I have a son named Vic. I have a daughter named Victoria. Or Victoria. so Tori is what. But anyway, so when you say Vic, I don't necessarily think about Victor.
Oh, no, I'm speaking about Victoria.
Yeah. Who in the living room at this time of night, babe?
It's Ryan.
Ryan, go
They don't
to
have.
bed.
Yeah, she don't have school tomorrow, so
Oh, okay.
shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Yeah, this is kind of how it is. Yeah. So anyway, that's what it is. Yeah. So I got to get February 14th off. What else is popping off in my week? I got some stuff that's got me excited for the week. I don't know that I can necessarily talk about it yet. I don't know if it's taboo to talk about it or not. So I'm gonna chill out and relax. Brina, how your week been?
My week's been pretty good. It's just been cold. Just freezing here. I've been thinking about getting out of Indy, but it's like at this point with this storm, exactly where are you going? So It is what it is.
By the end of the show, baby, Goss is gonna have tissue hanging out of his nose. This is
Yeah.
how this starts, and this is how this ends.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go
So,
ahead and go get that Flonase and that Benadryl.
Bro, I'm in the mountains. I ain't got no place to go.
Yikes.
listen, Brina, so y'all supposed to be getting the bad weather too?
Everybody
We're
getting it.
supposed to get snow. Yeah. Midwest is getting snow.
Quote, y'all gonna get it.
Wow.
Yo. It's for real this time.
Shouts out to Lost and Found. He said, "What the heck is snow? What is that?"
Where is he? In Texas? He about to get
Yeah,
ice.
in Texas. Texas be
I thought
getting
they were
it. I
getting
heard Texas.
snow. I think
Hey, I
they
They're
heard
getting
Texas was
ice.
getting it.
They
Yeah.
are.
because I heard the governor had already booked a flight to California.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's crazy.
That is. Save the best for last, babe. Monique. I'll try not to call you babe for the whole show.
You can call
Call
me
her
babe.
babe. That's your girl.
That's
man.
right. That's right. Say my name. Say my name.
All right. So, all right, babe. How's your week been?
Week's been chill. Yeah, it's not a whole lot going on. I am intentionally trying not to overdo it and overwhelm myself with work and kids and everything. So it's been pretty good. I'm scaling back a little bit.
Shout out to Scaling Back. Scaling Back's good, then. You can rest.
Yes, it's needed.
It is. It is. So, that is what it is, though. Again, y'all make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to share, make sure to do all the things y'all to Tastemakers Pod. Y'all know how we do. We got crazy topics for y'all tonight. You know what we don't got for y'all tonight, though? What we don't got for y'all tonight? What we don't got for y'all tonight is the memes of the week, because it just didn't happen. I mean,
I would like to say I had my homework ready, so
yeah, Monique was the only one that actually got a meme in. Nobody else actually got a meme in the proper duration of time. And you know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do for our meme of the week. Let me see if I can quickly find some nonsense to send Brina and
my
see if she can
goodness.
upload it.
I've been
in
off the internet all month.
3
all
seconds.
Facebook and Instagram. So that's why I don't got no meme.
You been fasting
Yeah.
from the socials?
Yeah. I fast every January.
You do,
Oh,
yeah, you
okay.
do. I think I've caught on to that
Yeah.
from the socials. No fasting for you from the socials, Brina?
I'm supposed to be, but
Okay,
But you out here
No.
spinning.
you just disobedient.
no, that's just no.
That boy got you caught up.
See what you not
See.
gonna do?
Hold on.
He's saying that as he booking a flight for 2 to Italy.
Right.
Right,
Got you living wayward.
And I'm over here minding my business.
right.
I'm just playing. I'm gonna stop. Because Bree
Sure.
gonna make me mad later. She gonna send me a
So,
text.
Brina, I just sent you a joint that we could use as our overall meme of the week.
Okay.
So, as I get ready to introduce that joint, let's go ahead and talk about the topics that we got going on tonight. Hope everybody's doing good. Shouts out to Judon in the chat. Lost and Found. Shouts out to Litany. Shouts out to all of y'all. Definitely doing it good. So, tonight's gonna be... All right, guys, we're gonna talk about your man Ludacris. And this Kid Rock the Country Fest
Man, people are mad
thing,
about everything. Let him
and
be.
how people did that. We'll talk about that and what we think about that. We're going to talk a little immigration in America, because, of course, that's the hot button topic that we got going on. We'll talk about that. We'll talk a little bit about Donnie McClurkin's essay allegations. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about pastors stealing sermons and what that looked like. And then, of course, you know whose topic this is. Why does it seem that white women are willing to go 50-50 on a date. You know whose topic that is. Anyway, with all that being said, we ain't got no memes of the week for you. So before we get straight into these topics, let's go ahead and check out this thing that I sent out Brina as I put her on the spot. Oh, she quick with it. Brina, skilled professional. Do you understand? Skilled professional. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that, but what I'm going to do is try to talk it out again, at least especially for our audio only crowd as well. So what you got is 4 boxes, 4 quadrants. In the first box, the whole gamut is you can only sign one of these groups to your record label. Who you got? Okay? It's 4 boxes. The first box, top left, has Andre 3000, aka 3 Stacks. Yeah. And then it's got Biggie. And then it's got Kanye. That's Group A. Stacks, Big, Ye. Group A.
Okay.
Group B, Jay-Z, Snoop, and 50.
Nope.
Group B, again, Jay, Snoop, and 50. I wanted to call them all by their first names, but I didn't. I resisted the temptation. Group C, Lil Wayne, Kendrick, and Pharrell. Again, Group C, Lil Wayne, Kendrick, and Pharrell. Group D, Eminem, Nas, and Tupac. Again, Group D is Eminem, Nas, and Tupac. All right, so that is what it is. Group A, B, C, or D. I am actually going to start with B. Brina, what you got? What group? A, B, C, or D?
Group A.
Oh,
I gotta go with Andre 3000 and Kanye and Biggie. That's kind of a no-brainer. For me, it is.
Group A is a no-brainer for Brina. One of those people don't want to do music no more. The other one is dead.
he does do music. He plays a flute.
This is hypothetical. Like, I mean,
Is this
No,
rapping?
I'm saying,
rapping
just
3000 or is this fluting 3000?
This is definitely
take 'em
rapping
both.
3000. But again, as a record label, you trying to be in business for a long time, and you know 3 Stacks is going to lose interest. Ye is going to go crazy. And Big, unfortunately, is going to no longer be with us.
I'm still going with Group A.
So that's kind of how that is. So Group A is what Brina say. Goss, what you got?
I'm going with A too. That joint's a power team, son.
Group A
Yes,
is
sir.
what
All
Goss
kinds
is saying. Okay, again, your artists are going to fade quickly, as Biggie will no longer be with you.
It ain't quickly.
I'm just saying, Stax is gonna disappear and start playing the flute, and Ye is gonna lose his very mind. But Group A is who y'all are banking on.
We can say the same thing for any of those groups, bro.
Monique, I kind of know you, so I have a feeling of where you're headed, even though it's maybe a little irrational, but maybe it's not.
Whoa,
But what group are you going?
What?
No, I'm just go ahead. Explain yourself.
Let's not have an unhappy home, sir.
Why are you going with Group D? Why?
First of all, this is wrong that you just gonna assume that I'm gonna say Group D.
But since we know you're going with Group D, why?
Okay, first of all, I'm going with Group D because Nas is still putting up bangers. Eminem can take breaks and come back and put out a banger. I was leaning towards Group A. However, like you said, Biggie's dead. R.I.P. Biggie. That's a lot for you. Andre's fur pants and crochet vest is going to catch on fire when he start playing that flute. And Kanye is going to turn on both of them and start talking about them both. So that group is going to implode. I'm going to go back with Nas because Nas is the greatest. Thank you, Jadon, for picking Group D as well. And Tupac's catalog, I mean, I know he's dead as well, but are we sure he's really dead? Because he's still putting out hits, allegedly.
He's not still picking up hits. He's not. When's the last Tupac hit we've had? This is not happening still. Okay? The answer to this question, because these people are sane and extremely marketable and have made a lot of money, they out of all of these people, they would be considered the top tier money makers of this group. Is what Lost and Found said, Group B.
Snoop?
Snoop can go anywhere and make money for you.
Not when he's Snoop Lion.
How long did that last for? And he made a little bit of money as Snoop Lion.
He did not.
Snoop is our ambassador for the Olympics for 2028. Do you understand?
That's another reason why he's not putting out no music. He's sitting there wearing
Hey,
Olympic outfits, carrying the torch.
The record label will get a percentage of that daggone tour life too, just a little bit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, and then you got 50. 50 he gonna give you a couple TV shows. You know what I mean?
But he's not putting out music. He's gonna put out documentaries.
I'm just
saying
he's
gonna troll people.
He's gonna put out docs. He's gonna keep you aware and attentive. And then of course you got Jay-Z. How many billionaires rose up under Jay-Z? You feel what I'm saying?
What music is he putting out?
He gonna own some teams. Oh, we're talking about where the money is, where the money resides.
So basically, y'all are picking the retired team.
No, that's what he's picking.
Everybody here is retired or dead for the most part.
That is not true. Nas is very, very much active, sir.
Yeah, Wayne's not retired. Neither is
Wayne. Can barely get on a stage.
Nah, Wayne get on the stage. He just wants to.
He can.
He can get up there.
Listen,
that's about it.
I like the Kendrick Pharrell thing going on in Group C, but listen, the money is in Group B. The money isn't the commercial success.
The money is maybe in Group B.
He said, I'm calling on commercial records, the mass appeal, Group B. That's what it is.
So we're not going for the artistry or the love of hip hop.
Oh no! You know me. I'm about that money, babe. What are we talking about?
This is a very sad day.
I am so about that money. Run me my checks. Sad. You feel me? No. You know who you married. Let's see here. With that being said, that is what I end up right there myself. Again, that is our one meme of the week because we all were slacking on our pimping and did not actually get a meme.
Not me. I did not slack on my pimping.
You're right, baby. You actually did return a meme to the bucket. So make sure to like, subscribe, y'all. We got plenty of topics tonight, so we may as well just go ahead and get right on to them. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, this is kind of interesting. I'll let you kind of set up this pitch, Goss. Pastor's still in sermons.
Heck yeah, Bree, you got the receipts?
Yep, I got it.
All right, watch this, and then I'm gonna give y'all context. And we ain't gotta play the whole thing, but we just gotta play. How long is it? Like a minute, maybe?
How long is it?
It is 1:39.
Oh yeah, we good. Play the whole thing.
We might be able to do that.
I'll never forget hearing a message by Dr. King. He preached a sermon on the Good Samaritan. And he says, human nature is to have the response of convenience. And the convenient response is, if I stop to help this man, what's going to happen to me? Like, Chris, my grass needs mowed this Saturday. And, like, I have stuff. But that's the convenient response. The character response says, if I do not stop to help this man,
Happy Dartmouth King Day.
Indeed.
I think comfort and character ask two different questions in this story. The comfort question, I even put it on the screen. The comfort question asks this: if I stop to help this man, what's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to my clothes? He looks bloody. If I get involved, I'm going to have to get me a new gown. I've got to get me a Tide stick. I've got a tree. I got to take care of some stuff. By the way, I'm also busy. I'll be late to that meeting.
Heavy on the Tide stick.
The appointment. I might get stuck in traffic because I can't leave when I wanted to leave. But all of it is about you and your comfort. But the character question in this story says, if I don't stop to help this man, what will happen to him?
And so the first question that the priest asked, the first question that the Levite asked was, if I stop to help this man, what will happen to me? But then the Good Samaritan came by, and he reversed the question. If I do not stop to help this man, what will happen to him?
All right, so
what? White people been copying black people forever. What else is new?
Listen.
I'm joking. I'm being silly. I know that's not the context. But
here's
go
what
ahead.
happened. So the second pastor is a guy from Richmond. He just got this. Well, not just got, but his mega church is blowing up here in Richmond. And he's going crazy. He's killing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who he made mad, but some dude started a whole YouTube channel about him stealing sermons for the last 11 years.
Yo, he's got like 11 years worth of evidence for real.
He's got a catalog
Wow.
of stolen
Yes.
sermons.
The YouTube page is called Stealing Sundays.
Stealing Sundays.
Okay.
He got a whole documentary.
Hold on.
Listen,
We gotta do we should do a Netflix documentary on this and just
it's
cut back
bad.
to the real.
Now, mind
Oh my
you,
gosh.
the first pastor
Oh wow.
the first pastor in the clip gave credit to Dr. King.
Right.
Did the second one not? I thought the second one did give credit to Dr. King too. No?
I
No,
didn't hear him say no.
no. And he has 11 years worth of sermons where he's stealing messages from that pastor, from Chris Hodges, from Martin Luther King, from like mad pastors, right? So this has been like a scandal in Richmond. So it's funny.
Wow.
It's like this has to be like a disgruntled member for you to go back and make YouTube clips of sermons that
That's dedication.
that's
That is
dedication.
dedication.
So
Wow.
it's so much has happened. So like my pastor knows this guy. I mean, I know this guy, but he don't know me. And like he's got this. They just moved into this multi-million-dollar building. There's probably 4,000 or 5,000 people to go to his church, and you know he got caught up.
He be stealing Sunday.
Man, that is a good title.
You have
That's
to
a good
understand.
title.
Not
There
only
are
is he
33 videos up.
Yes,
Brina, how many videos?
33.
Wow.
Listen, not only is he stealing sermons, like he's stealing testimonies. Like he'll take somebody's testimony and say it was his.
No way.
They got
That's
some
even worse.
And he has people going to his church. He has a church people go.
Well,
Now,
the word does say you overcome by the blood of the lamb and the word of your testimony, not mine. Yours. I'm joking. I'm twisting the text.
Wow.
Yo,
that's hilarious.
it is bad out here in these Richmond streets. So then, so he made an apology. Bree, the apology's on there too. If you can load it up, that'd be funny too. So he made an apology about it, but my pastor was like, "Nah, I don't respect that," because he was like, he did the classic.
Is it his apology though, or did he take that from someone else?
Take the apology from somebody else.
He probably
Stealing my bags.
We're gonna use
So
apology.
So my pastor sent me the apology, and like asked me. He said, "Okay, now Corey, look at this apology, and what are your three? What did he say? What are three takeaways from your apology, or from this apology that you hear?" So I'm like, "Hey, it sounded like he apologized. It sounded like he was he's like, yo, I got caught, whatever." But my pastor was like, "Nah, bro, you got to look at this. Look at this again." Bree, is the apology up?
Yep.
I hear you.
I've asked you to do last week. That before you listen and respond and react to all the world's voices and people's voices, the voice that you need to hear the most is the Lord's. And when you're quiet and when you speak and when you just listen to the Lord, he always will meet you. And that's exactly what he's done to me this week. And so before I have a message today and I'm gonna preach it, and I know the Holy Spirit's gonna help me, but before I get into the message today, I just wanna share something with you from my heart. And I have it written down, which is gonna be unusual for you, but if I don't, we're gonna be here all day. So I wrote it down because I don't wanna miss one piece of this. As many of you know, there has been article and videos
He
that were
stole
recently
somebody's
released
apology.
directly about me. And I want to take a moment to address these humbly, directly, and honestly.
This is bad.
Since pastoring Heights Church for almost 11 years now, there have been times in my preaching where I've taken creative liberties with stories and illustrations
Creative liberty.
and connected my own true stories with experiences of pastors and mentors who have deeply shaped my life. While my intention was never to misrepresent myself, I also recognize that this has caused confusion. And for that, I take full responsibility and ask you to please forgive me.
I thought that was admirable.
Moving forward, I will be more clear and intentional when using others' illustrations and stories. Because leaders are learners. And as your pastor, I'm committed to keep becoming the best pastor and leader that I can be. Remember, the Heights Church was never built on me. We have and will always be built on Jesus, the power of the Holy Spirit, healthy relationships, and godly accountability. My pastors, our overseers, and fathers in the faith have all prayed over these words and been such a help to Crystal and me this week. I've never been thankful for them, and today, they're all standing with us. So Heights Church, let's remember what God has called us to do. We will keep raising up and educating the next generation. We will keep on feeding the hungry, and we will keep serving the least as God continues to help Heights heal, a city that for far too long has been divided. It has and always will be the greatest honor and privilege of my life to be your pastor. I love you and thank you.
All right, so
I'm
look.
waiting for another video where somebody else has said the exact same
Right.
Nah.
Words.
So look,
okay.
so I thought that was a good apology, right? Like my pastor was like, "No, bro." He was like, first of all, he didn't want to do it. He was like, he was not gonna apologize. So, but the pressure of what was going on made him do it. He said, second of all, he did the classic ARC. So ARC is a church planning network, and he was like, he did the classic ARC apology when pastors get caught doing immorality or pastors get caught up. He was like, first of all, you acknowledge you heard from God and the Holy Spirit has helped you. He was like, that's first thing you do. Second thing he said that he didn't like what he did was like, he said that he took creative liberties.
No, just say I lied.
Right. That's what
I made it. I took somebody else's word.
Right. My pastor was like, no, you gotta like own it, bro. Like say, but he already said you took creative liberties and you said you attached stories that were your own. They weren't your own. Like you were still a testimony, bro. And then he said, thirdly, you deflect by telling them all the things that the church is doing. We're still going to raise up people. We're still to feed the hungry. What's that got to do with you apologizing, bro?
I'm still going to steal sermons. Catch me next week. Just going to switch the words around, put it in Chat GPT.
Yeah. So he has 11 years worth of like sermons. Wow. They get worse and worse if you check it out on YouTube. But the question that all right. So here's the thing. We all know people take from other people, especially pastors, when they like, preach. Like people have not stolen, but people have used Jake's commentaries and Jake's sermons, and people have used Evans. Like it's not uncommon, right? But at what point is it like, bro, you really just ripped off,
right?
You just did, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what does that look like? Is that what he did, or was he really like on some? Nah, I'm like, you know what I mean? So like, how y'all feel about this as far as the level of borrowing versus straight up lying and stealing somebody's sermon?
That's not borrowing. I mean, a lot of preachers quote other preachers from time to time, but what he's doing, that's just straight up plagiarism. And I think there was like a whole episode of Churchy in the first season. I think one of the guest speakers in one of those episodes stole a sermon from Pastor YPJ and got called out on it. So it's like it happens. It shouldn't happen, but this is crazy. He has a reputation for this, obviously. So that's how bad it is.
This is bad.
A theological thief.
Theological thief.
Theological thief is funny.
Listen.
I'm just waiting for him to get up there and say, as a black man in America, that's when we got to draw the line. That's when we got to say it's got to stop.
Theologian, theology thief, plagiarism pastor. Listen.
That's too much.
Man.
That's too much.
I was ready to get on here when I saw the topic and talk about how you can't copy nobody else's sermon. It's the word of God. All of us can say the word of God.
Right.
If anybody, they should be willing to give up their sermons, whatever the case may be. But this word for word nonsense is hilarious. And listen, the beautiful thing about quotes, and they call me quote, is the only thing you really have to do to stop from plagiarism
Give on
is you could give to whatever the case may be and just said, that's what boom, boom, boom said.
Like
Boom,
the
boom,
first pastor said.
bop,
Like
bop,
the
bop,
first-
bop, bop, bop. Yes, like the first pastor did. That's all you
Yep.
got to do, and you can still deliver as impactful
And don't
thing
make
low
it a
key.
weekly habit either.
And don't make it a weekly, maybe don't make it a weekly habit either. You know, whatever the case may be. So on one hand, you know, like I said, I was ready to get on here talking about some. You can't steal nobody else's sermon. It's all open to be grabbed and whatever. But that word for word and that not giving credit, oh man.
Now look
That's
though,
plagiarism
I'm thinking-
101.
let's say you pastor every week, you preach every week, you ain't got time just to be. Now listen, I'm not making up what he's saying as far as like I'm not condoning what he's
Yeah.
doing, but I just want to start the conversation of what does
bless
that
you.
look like?
Yeah, in a drill.
What is No, I'm saying what does that excuse me.
God bless you.
So what am I saying? Like, do you think that most pastors do this? It's just not caught?
I think pastors take things from other pastors, or even worst case, just kind of take things from this taking things from videos is extreme. This word for word is kind of different for me. I know some people might see something written out online, like letter, and take some things from, or take from, or whatever the case may be.
Well, that's the line right there.
Yeah, I mean, but just, you know, the full on situation is wild to me, but I forgot what I was trying to say. I forgot what I was initially going to say altogether. I'm trying to remember. I guess.
Just steal one of Corey's comments and just use it as, you know, just use one of his comments as yours.
That's a good idea. Yep. That's exactly what you should do.
So listen. So here's the thing. If you're a pastor, okay, life gets busy. You know, doing the work of the church. You pastoring the people, shepherding the people, yada, yada, yada. Man, I mean, you could get caught up maybe once or twice like this. But you can't, like, eventually, structure has to be put in place so that you can spend some time in the Word and before the Lord to have a word for the people, right?
Right.
Eventually, that's what you got to do. I mean, this is
Right.
no different. This is the very reason in the book of Acts why deacons were made. Like, they had slipped up. The widow didn't get what they needed. You know what I mean? The Gentile widows. And they was like, yo, give me 7 dudes of integrity, whatever the case may be. They going to take care of this kind of stuff, whatever. So we can be about this Bible,
Right.
this word, and seeking the Father, whatever the case may be. This is the very reason why there are deacons. So I'm not going to, so he can't get off on the excuse of being too busy with other pastoral situations. You feel me?
Gotcha.
And I guess I'm thinking the time that it takes you to find a sermon to, you know, poach.
And
you could
remember?
probably be right.
Yeah.
And you could probably be reading your word or in prayer asking Holy Spirit, hey, if I'm gonna steal from anybody, I might as well steal from you. I don't understand. Yeah, that's weird.
Yes. I'm not saying you can't get caught doing it one time. Maybe even 2 times. But to have 11 years worth of is wild. That is wild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
it's really simple to just give people credit.
It is. No, it totally is. The other
It's
thing
so simple to give people credit.
The other thing
I
is,
heard
like how- but
Pastor
does he
Joseph
think-
talking, and Pastor Joseph, when he was quoting Martin Luther King, and he said, boom,
Right.
boom, boom, and you just go right into it. You
Yeah.
done covered yourself both ways, and nobody is going to remember any of those names that they might remember MLK because it's MLK,
Right.
but they're gonna be like, yo, you that joke could have delivered that word right now. You know what I mean? You just gotta give credit.
And
My bad, Brina.
It just makes me wonder, like, how seriously does he take, this position? Because it's like, one, do you think your congregation, I don't want to call him stupid, but does he think that of them to just pass somebody else's words off as his and they'll never notice? But it's like, okay, eventually somebody else has. And even more importantly, God has noticed this too. This has been going on for a long time. So it's like, it's telling about, it's a lot of negative things on his part. It just says a lot about him that he thought this was okay.
My pastor said the same thing. He was like, he must think that his congregation are fools. Like, he must not like. And then he was just like, if you've been doing that for 11 years, it's seeping in, like it's leaking into somewhere else too. Like, I can't trust you with finance. I can't.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, it's crazy.
Right. Because now it's like you just cutting corners all the way around.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy out here in Richmond. Y'all keep Richmond Church in your prayers.
And Judon said it. He said, "Listen, man, and honestly, if you get hemmed up that bad, man, just invite another person to preach." You know what I'm saying? Or find even again those within your congregation who have the gifting or the call or whatever the case may be that maybe you're mentoring, and now they have an opportunity. You know what I mean? To start sharpening their teeth a little bit, things of that nature. Judon, you're just gonna throw MAGA out there? What happened, MAGA? What MAGA? What MAGA? What, Judon? Judon and by the way, probably MAGA.
Didn't Melania steal one of Michelle Obama's speeches?
She sure did.
Oh, she did.
Sure did.
Yes, she did. She did. I totally forgot about that.
During the first go around with this man.
I remember that. Yeah,
she absolutely did.
Judon said his congregation is definitely MAGA.
Oh my God.
Well, and I mean,
we don't know.
Probably
I have no clue.
so.
I have no clue. Whatever. And
they live in the part of Richmond. They probably are. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yikes.
Listen,
maybe he could just hire somebody to ghostwrite sermons for him. I mean, that might work out.
Wow, we got sermon ghostwriters.
There shouldn't be, but in his case,
GPT is a sermon ghostwriter.
Listen,
it really is.
Listen,
Quote use it all the time.
I wasn't gonna say that, but
I don't really use ChatGPT.
I wasn't gonna bring that up.
I don't.
Oh, you definitely told us one time you used it.
In the
I've
car.
used ChatGPT before to come up with games.
For Bible study.
Yeah, they have to come up with games for my teens.
Nah, you said
or to come
outlines.
up with Jeopardy questions.
Nah, you didn't say
teens.
games. You was teaching.
Nah. I mean, and if I have, which I'm not ashamed for. But what I use it for is normally I play a game called Jeopardy, and I'll say, "Hey, ChatGPT, we've been studying Acts chapter 1 through chapter 5. Give me, 5 titles with 5 questions that I can put in a Jeopardy game regarding those chapters," and it'll just start spitting them out, and I just record them and I put them into the Jeopardy game. And that's how we got the game. So yeah, hey, shouts out to the AI.
Y'all pray.
But no, ChatGPT doing whole sermons for cats. Nah, I ain't never done that. I haven't seen that. I ain't done that. I've seen that myself. No.
I'm sure it's happening.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So that's that. Dang, that ended up being a whole real thing. I ain't know any cats getting down out here. Let's go ahead and go from the pastor stealing sermons to let's go ahead and get ratchet real quick. No. Let's not get ratchet quite yet. Or let's not get ratchet in that way. We're still going to be probably a little ratchet. But let's first touch on what do we know about or what's been written or what did Donnie say or what regarding these essay allegations.
Did he drop a response? Oh, he did drop a response. He did. Yeah.
So for those that know, of course, Donnie McClurkin famed gospel singer for a long time. He's put out some great music, very talented, very, cat, whatever the case may be. I'll go as far as even say anointed, yada, 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 boom, boom. Donnie is Donnie. But Donnie has also never fronted on the fact that he has had homosexual struggles, whatever the case may be. That's been the case. He would talk like he had gotten over it, I would say. But I think most of us would be like, nah, nigga, you still struggling. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You struggling. You feel me? Struggle. You feel me? Don't give in. Fight the good fight of faith. Struggle. I'm with you. You know what I mean? Whatever. With that being said, of course, allegations came out where somebody has said, what do you know the exact allegations, Bree, that came out right off?
Not exactly. I just know. I think it was like a young man that accused him of abusing him as he was seeking, I guess, help with his own personal struggles, and he was abused in the process. Allegedly.
A young man, as in a grown man, is what we're saying, right?
Now, yeah.
We're believing that the guy was a teenager or a child when...
I don't know. I don't know any other specifics beyond that.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm just saying he previously sought help.
All right, previously sought help. All right. And then Donnie came out with some kind of response.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to try to read this. We'll see how it goes. Statement by Pastor Donnie McClurkin.
The nasty old man.
Through his attorney. All right. With all humility, faith, and deep, the word is blocking, for Christ and this global gospel music ministry community which has shaped my life, my calling, and my character, I address this letter. Many of you are aware of the profane allegations of sexual assault, rape, and coercion that have been recently lodged against me. I want to state clearly and unequivocally that the Parson House is now armed. If you roll up on my crib, we will see you. And alarms will go off, authorities will be notified, and we will arrest you on site. Back to the letter, it says, I want to state clearly and unequivocally that these allegations are contrived and untrue. I understand the weight of such false claims, especially in our community, rooted in faith, trust, and the teachings of Jesus Christ. And sexual violence in any form is a real and painful reality for many and not to be used frivolously. True survivors deserve to be heard, protected, and supported. And at the same time, the truth matters and the truth has not been told. So that was the statement officially with the lawyers involved. Now, I heard there was some... Oh, there's more. Oh. I didn't realize there was more. Let's read the more. I'll try to be quicker now that I know that it's more. And though I know many have already formed their opinions based on initial belief and controversy, as we are apt to do with something of this false nature, I ask this community exercises patience and trust in God's timing for the truth to fully come to light. I have always sought to conduct myself with integrity, transparency, and godly care and responsibility in the fulfillment of my Christian life and duties. This accusation of salacious engagement of any misconduct that harmed, exploited, or took advantage of anyone and misused my position, leadership, or influence in any way in these false accusations is emphatically untrue. My love for and walk with Christ, everything to me, is everything to me and is deeply sensitive and sacred. I live to please him, which is why it is essential that the facts be established carefully, responsibly, and fairly. Although I have not yet been served with the official legal complaint, interesting, I am proactively cooperating fully with the appropriate processes and will vigorously defend to the fullest against this defamatory and baseless lawsuit. I am confident that when the truth is fully known, I will be vindicated. Please pray for the accuser as well, seriously and sincerely. I thank everyone for the continued prayer, support, and faith. God bless you all. It's going to get better after a while. Sincerely in Christ, Donnie McClurkin. Okay. So that's the official statement. Now, I thought there was another statement that got released too. No? Something about him saying that he was somebody called him a dirty old man. Did he call himself a dirty old man or?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay.
He called himself that?
No, that's what the guy said that he said.
Oh.
Oh, that's what the accuser said that Donnie told him.
Yeah.
Donnie told, the accuser says, Mr. McClurkin said to me that he is a dirty old man.
Correct.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. So, like, we know Donnie
And
McClurkin.
how long ago did this happen again?
Lost and Found said the young dude was 21 when they met. Shouts out to N. Kim if I hadn't already said that. I don't know how long ago this was, one way or the other. But, you know, when it comes to this kind of allegations, you know, they can get you.
They get you.
Okay, Lost and Found saying this is 03. Lost and Found knows what's going on here.
I mean, 03, I don't think Donnie was gay anymore. I think he had stopped being gay in 03. He does have a history of LGBTQ lifestyle, but he's been delivered. So we can only take him at his word, right? And before this, we have not heard of Donnie McClurkin messing with these boys. But I'm not saying that he's the straightest man either. I've met Don McClurkin a few times, and I'm not saying that he gave me the strongest handshake. You know what I mean? So I have my doubts about his, you feel me? About his sincerity about being delivered. So do I think the allegations are true? I don't know. It's worth the conversation. Only because of the history, I would say it's worth the conversation. You feel me? And we know Don McClurkin to be an upstanding man of God. So, but we also know the gospel music industry to be crazy. So there's probably all kind of foolishness happening. Like we saw this with not DC Talk. What's the boy Tate? The boy Tate.
Michael Tate of DC Talk.
He was messing with boys, and we didn't know until he like yes, I did it. Like he apologized the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he told all his business. Drugged out, drunked out.
And that was his apology, right? He didn't borrow it from.
That was definitely a very original apology.
He said, "I was on crack. I was on all that drinking. Yeah. He got a hard life. He chose a hard life. He's gay.
Crack is wet.
All that. I don't know. They was wilding back in the DC Talk days. So,
not they. Michael Tate was wilding. One.
Yeah, they said don't make us a part of this.
Where there's smoke, there's a fire.
And it wasn't even in the DC Talk days. It was in the Newsboys days, wasn't it?
It probably started in the DC Talk days. It don't just happen.
Yeah. He said the whole group was crack-a-lacking.
Wow.
I'm not saying the whole group. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if Toby Mac was like, yeah, I smoked one day with him too.
Allegedly.
All right, we're going to keep it moving.
I'm not saying, did you hear what I said? I'm not saying they did it. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. There's also a CHH story with Cannon about that, but talk to Cannon about that later. But anyway, so for us to say completely refute what he's saying, I think is irresponsible of us. Because people are capable of the worst things that you can think of.
Right.
So we can't just be like, dang, happened, y'all lying on Donnie. You know what I mean? Like, we have to take these claims seriously. Now, is Donnie rich? Can we say he's rich? Is Donnie rich?
Yeah, he got a nice little penny, I think.
Yeah, penny?
Yeah.
So
residuals. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is the homie after money? Does he really want, you feel me? Like, what's the angle? Like, what you trying to get?
And why would you bring it up this many years later? Yeah. You know, I mean, I ask a lot of those questions.
Yeah, he should have hit when that We Fall Down check first cleared.
That's a fact. 100%.
Yep.
Because that new check, I'm walking in authority. It's cool, but it's not We Fall Down money.
It's not a We Fall Down check. Yeah.
It's not We Fall Down money.
Yeah.
Live from the Rock Church.
Listen. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, right? Because these allegations come out, and you really never know what's popping off, right? You don't know.
You holy. Your name's holy.
You don't know what's true. You don't know what's false. And ultimately, I try to, until things are proven in a court of law, what we talking about. You know what I mean? And this ain't even going to be a criminal case. If anything, it might be civil. But even as the notation said, he hadn't even been served anything yet. You know what I mean? Of any sort.
Yeah.
As the joint said. So, I don't know. You don't know if people are trying to just get at people, tarnish people's name. You never know what things can look like, why people do what they do. I would definitely say it would seemingly seem that, Donnie has had that struggle throughout his life. It would seem, again, I don't know Donnie McClurkin by any means. Pray for the best on both sides, you know what I mean, from the accuser and for those being accused in this situation, which is what Donnie said as well. It's just unfortunate, you know what I mean? You hate to hear this about leaders in the faith of any sort, right?
He a pastor too,
and I think at one point he was pastoring too, right? Is he still pastoring
right now?
I don't know if he still is.
You just hate to hear it, right? But at the same time, you know that an allegation like this can just totally destroy somebody's credibility, and whatever the case may be. Right. So, it's one of those things where you just get, you get real careful on how quickly you believe, before things are, officially proven one way or the other. Brina.
I'm gonna just say, we don't know what happened. We know what, Donnie has admitted to about, his own life and his past and everything. But it's like at the end of the day, all we have is the perception that these artists want to present to the public, what they want us to think about them. So it's like, what exactly is going on in his private life that would give someone the ammunition to even, make a statement like that? So, I don't know. You just kind of just have to be mindful of how you conduct yourself around other people. Because, there's some people, an allegation like that can come out and it's like, nobody's going to believe it. You would be like, that's absolutely ridiculous. But then with this, it's like there's a little, we would think oh, well, I could see it. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope it's not true. Of course. As far as, I hope it's not true, but just got to pray for both parties.
Yeah.
Judon, you're saying the guy's brother had actually had a case against Donnie McClurkin as well, same guy's brother.
Oh, the whole family after him?
The brother had a case against D-Mac too, but the brother's case got dismissed. He lost in court.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Oh, he after it then. That could be a family, you know what I mean? A family thing.
It'd be revenge.
Right.
Yeah. Now that's
they're trying to say he ran through the family, man.
That's
even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Now that's interesting though, because that brings up, you know what I'm saying, the whole revenge factor. And that brings up, you know what I'm saying, how they kind of did OJ, even though we ain't get you for the cold. We gonna try and get you for this. I think they did get him for something else.
Oh yeah, they got him for something else. He did some dumb things that made himself get got.
Yeah, I think breaking and entering or something.
That's what I'm saying.
No, he met up with some people in a hotel room because they were supposed to sell him his own memorabilia.
His stuff back, yeah.
And he wouldn't let him out. He kept him in the hotel room with a gun.
Held him hostage. OJ crazy, bro. He's crazy. R.I.P. to OJ. But I think that brings a different. Yeah, exactly. I think that brings a different twist to it, knowing that other family members were involved previously to this, if that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any other thoughts about that, babe?
Well, what we do know is that he may fall down, but he will get up. So, we just wait for that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Because the saint is just a sinner
who fell down.
Who fell down
and got up.
Yeah.
Nah, but I feel like yes, that's true. But I got it brings up two questions for me. How vulnerable should Christians be? You know what I mean? With stuff that they struggle with. And number two, the fall down, get back up. Is that a repentance thing? Or is that I fell, I don't gotta tell nobody, but I just got back up on my own type deal?
Well, what you mean? If you fall, I don't think anybody has to tell the world that they fell. That's not a righteous standard.
So I guess if you get caught falling and not you just fall. Is there a difference?
Okay, Junan is now saying he might have mixed this situation up with another. There's a whole lot of allegedly's going out right here. Okay, a bunch of allegedly's, and we don't know.
Get off the chat, Judon. Get out of here.
Pray for everybody. Okay, just pray for everything. There are good people on both sides of this. Okay,
man, you gotta.
Okay, that sounds like Trump.
No, that wasn't Trump. That was an original thought by me. I said that. I'm joking. All right. So yeah. Just pray for all those involved. Yeah, you would hate, right? If by Donnie being transparent with his struggle in the past, if somebody was using this ill at him, right? If that was the case.
A money grab, yeah.
You would hate that, or whatever the case may be, or even just something even vindictive, whatever the case may be, just to crash credibility and integrity and character. Who knows? You never know. So it is what it is.
Charge you real quick. Who am I charging?
So
I would just like to end this quoting the great prophet DMX, slipping, falling, I can't get up.
Can't get up. Okay.
R.I.P. DMX.
Yeah. Indeed. All right. So let's see here. We got that. Let's go ahead and hit on something real ratchet real quick, and then we'll come back to more serious topics in a second. Nah. If Goss isn't quite here, we can't go to that topic yet. Let's go ahead and pull on the immigration in America and a video that was released by a popular CCM artist, I guess, I'm assuming, this past week or so. And let's talk about it. Go ahead.
There's a ton of narrative going around immigration, and the narrative is manipulating people's feelings and emotion. But what's the truth? Where should we stand as Christians on this issue? How does God think about it? I just today saw a video of Don Lemon and protesters interrupt the church service and begin to disrupt the service. And even Don Lemon pulled the pastor aside and said that even Jesus would stand up for these illegal immigrants. So how are we supposed to think about this when we see so much manipulation? Where should we stand? Romans 13:1-7 makes it clear that God expects us to obey the laws of the government. The only exception is when a law forces us to disobey a command of God. Look at the book of Daniel. Look at Acts 5:29. Illegal immigration breaks a government's law. So there's nothing in Scripture that contradicts the idea of a sovereign nation having immigration laws. Therefore, according to the Scriptures, it's rebellion against God to unlawfully enter another country. When you think about it, borders are God's idea. Not everyone's getting into heaven. Only those who enter through the right way, which is Jesus Christ. So we can see from Scripture, illegal immigration is a sin. Now, I understand it's a controversial issue, and in the United States, it's really getting people in an uproar, and in other countries. Now, some people argue immigration laws are unfair, unjust, and even discriminatory. Therefore, these individuals justify breaking these laws. However, Romans 13:1-7 does not give us permission to violate these laws just because it's perceived as unjust. Again, the issue is not of the fairness of the law. The only biblical reason to violate a government's law is that law violates God's word. Now, when Paul wrote this in the Scriptures, he was under the authority of the Roman Empire, led by Emperor Nero. Now, under that reign, there were so many laws that were unfair, unjust, or blatantly evil. Still, Paul instructed Christians to submit to the government. Now, this is a complex issue. A lot of illegal immigrants come over here and get in because they're seeking a better life. They want to provide for their families. These are good goals and good motivations. However, it's still not biblical to achieve this good by violating the law. We're called to care for the orphans, the widows, but we're not supposed to break laws doing these things. The Bible mandate to do these things does not encourage breaking the law or encouraging illegal immigration. It's a violation of God's word. So listen, we should always obey the laws of a country. And I understand that there's a lot of red tape around immigration, a lot of frustration, a lot of delays, but still doesn't negate that we must obey these laws. My wife one time and I were going through a city under my ministry, and we were handing out money and giving people free food. And a lady was visibly touched by this because she just felt, when my wife was talking to her Spanish, she found out that she and her husband were illegal and they were scared of getting deported. And my wife gave her wisdom. She said, don't think that only God can bless you here in the United States. If he wants you back home, he's going to bless you back at home just the same. Anyways, I want to know your thoughts and your comments. Keep it clean in the comment section, but let's have a Christian view about these ideas, God's point of view.
Get off my screen.
Right. Go back
I
to
just
your
wanted
country.
to. I
You
wanted
can be
to.
blessed there.
I just wanted to fog his glasses up. Really, I just just put them in the freezer, open the dishwasher, just something. He worked on my nerves.
He worked on my nerves too.
What y'all got for him though?
So I wonder when Joseph was asleep and that angel came to him and said, "Hey, you need to get Jesus and Mary. Y'all got to get up out of here and go to Egypt." Did they follow the proper protocols to do that? Or did they enter illegally? I was just wondering. Because he said that, it's against the law to go anywhere without following the laws of the land. It's just weird when you hear, I hate to say it like this, white Christians, when certain laws don't affect them, the type of defenses that they come up with to justify prejudices and any kind of like hatred. And I'm thinking about the Azusa Street revival, or that time period when William Seymour was in seminary and he was at like a white college. He wasn't allowed to sit in a classroom because of, Jim Crow laws and segregation. He had to sit outside the window and listen. But one of the leaders of that school at that time, they were cool with it because they were trying to abide by the laws of the land. But that clearly contradicts, kingdom law. And it's like, at what point, is somebody going to stand up and say, hey, this is actually unjust? God does not stand for these things. But I don't know. It just seems like a front. It just seems like a front. I mean, I understand the concern about people coming into this country illegally. And if that was what all of this action and stuff was dealing with, then fine. But it doesn't seem like they're going after people who are coming into this country illegally. So I don't know. I don't like it when people use Romans 13 as a blanket. And that just seems like that's the way his statement sounded. It was a little annoying.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like not all white people, but a lot of white people have forgotten all the laws that they violated and all the things they violated in coming here and taking over a land that wasn't theirs. They've removed themselves so far from it that they don't even see the hypocrisy in their actions. Meanwhile, they turn a blind eye to some individuals who are coming over here illegally, depending on what country they're coming from. So I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all. I'm not even disappointed. It's unfortunately, I've come to expect it now, to where we can justify the stuff that we don't want to accept and use the Bible and walk upright and just look right past what's right there and what's wrong. So it's, yeah.
You want to get in before I do, Goss, or?
No, you got it. I'm trying to find a place to camp out.
Yeah, I see you scrambling over there. So, I mean, gosh. You see the law being broken in Scripture. We don't have to even go with, we could go from like what Brina said. Like, we think about the sit-ins that happened during the civil rights movement, or whatever the case may be, where they broke the law to sit in, or whatever the case may be, for whites only situations, and whatever the case may be, to change the law. We could go Scripture to the Old Testament, to David and the showbread. it was not lawful for those not being priests or Levites to eat the showbread.
To eat the whole, yeah.
But
Yeah.
at the
Jesus
hunger
broke
point,
the law. He healed on the Sabbath.
I hadn't even gotten there yet, but I got you, baby. That's why partners. You know what I mean? but yeah. So really, that's what we're talking about, from the showbread in the Old Testament and David breaking the law there to again, as my wife just said, Jesus. The law was, they challenged the law on Jesus healing on the Sabbath. Is that work that should be done on the day of rest? In which Jesus, fired back. If a man, Jesus hit him back with that nice little, analogy. Okay, if your donkey fall in a ditch on a Sunday, you gonna get that donkey out? You gonna leave him there to Monday? What you gonna do? You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying? It's because these laws are the law. But I mean, Scripture says clearly. I mean, look, the letter killeth, but spirit gives life. Like, there is love and justness and stuff like that around these laws. It's not just about these laws. You feel what I'm saying? So we see throughout the Old Testament over and over again in Numbers and other areas of Deuteronomy and whatnot, where it talks about how the foreigners and the aliens and the strangers are to be treated, right?
Yep.
Because you were once foreigners and aliens and strangers. Am I saying open borders? That's not really probably what it is. Am I saying having dignity for human life? You better believe that's scriptural. You feel me?
And fairness. Don't cut corners when it's your wife and your wife's family that's trying to get their citizenship. But these people who are running from actually being slaughtered, now you're making it hard for them. Like, don't make it even.
And we don't even want to talk about all the time and money that goes into becoming a U.S. citizen. Like, with my late wife, I had to walk through that with, like, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of money. That's a sponsor with good credit. Or that's a whole kinds of different things that kind of go into getting that done, and how long that process takes. So again, dignity for human beings, for those that have the Imago Dei, is what we're talking about here. And unfortunately, what we're looking at right now is not dignity.
No.
You feel what I'm saying? By any means.
No.
You know what I mean?
Not dragging people out of cars, not putting them in positions in front of their kids. Like, and I think what I don't understand is how the individuals who are carrying this out, how they feel so justified that they should do this. And those who call themselves believers sit back and say, well, if they hadn't gotten here illegally, then they wouldn't have a problem.
Well, listen,
it's easy for you to say, because your great-great-daddy hopped off a boat and dragged us over here.
So it's easy for us to talk about that when it comes regards to those who are here illegally. But what we're seeing now is U.S. citizens getting dragged out of cars, getting dragged out of the house, whatever the case may be. It's utter chaos, right?
What's even crazier is Native Americans are now being detained.
Oh, wow. And so, listen, you would just hope and pray, right? The way that this normally goes down, the way we see FBI stings happen, the way we even see police who are studying, who are following hip hop artists or following drug dealers around. There's a certain level of what's the word I'm looking? Surveillance that happens to find out. For one, make sure you have the right person, make sure there's not a citizen, and then to find out when is the best time to snatch them up. That's safest for everybody when you can. And where is this surveillance happening? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's so much.
I feel like they are doing that. And I told you the other day, they're doing that intentionally because that's an easy check to verify that this person has citizenship or they are here and able to stay here legally through other means. And so the fact that this happens so often, no, you're doing that on purpose because you can.
Yeah. So yeah, we did end up losing Goss as he's having a hard time trying to find out a location to really get in. So we lost him for the night. But yeah, listen. We all know for what we understand, Obama got more illegal immigrants out of the paint than Trump has. But we had cell phones and stuff back then too, and still, you know what I mean? Like there's a dignity that isn't here, by any means. Yeah. You know, we're starting to hear journalists going undercover to become ICE agents and different things of that nature, and just the amount of the how easy it is to come into that, the amount of money that has been allotted to ICE. And whatnot. I'm trying not to be hyperbolic, but I've got the Angel app, and I like to watch different old things on the Angel app, and I like to watch. They got a lot of different things about Hitler and Christians who affected that whole situation, and Baumhofer and all these other different things. And when you watch these movies and these biographies on these Christians in Nazi Germany and how things happened and how things turned, man. And you look at the, what is it? What is the army that Hitler had? What were they called?
The
Gestapo.
Yes, the Gestapo. Thank you. And you look at that, and you look at ICE, and you just hate to see the similarities of whatnot. And we just, listen. I think it was a preacher recently in, was it New Hampshire? I think I was watching, Tim Ross was talking about a preacher in New Hampshire who was telling his congregation, like, especially his elders, his clergy, like, look, get your affairs in order, make sure your wills and your life insurance and all is intact. The way it's going down, our words are not going to be enough. We are literally going to have to stand in the gap for the voiceless, for the people who are less fortunate, possibly with our bodies. It might be quote unquote, he said, I don't know if he said martyr season, but or something like that. Like listen, like words might not be enough. We might really have to stand in the gap for some people.
Wow.
Yeah, just we have to remember what this is. What is we were joking about the Good Samaritan with the dude that was copying joints, but what are we really talking about here with the Good Samaritan? Why is it that this Good Samaritan story has, is so widely known, in whatever case may be? And when are we gonna really what are we willing to sacrifice? What is just? What is right? What is to really take care of other human beings, or to at least just have dignity and respect, and seeing the Imago Dei in other human beings. And I hate to say it, but I mean, the way things are going down, it's just anything but. Not, it just won't like this. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's statistically proven Obama got more immigrants up out of the paint, and we had cell phones and stuff then too. It was the way it was done was not like this.
Yeah, he did not encourage the harassment of citizens. So it's just it's odd.
Yeah, it's odd, and I hate to say it, but it's possibly clear as day what's going on too. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. Shout out to Aunt Kim. He said he saw an ad for a 50,000 signing bonus for joining ICE towards the end of last year on LinkedIn. And so, yeah, it's wild. You know what I mean? And I try not to be. I mean, I don't consider myself a Democrat. I don't consider myself a Republican. If you really want to know, I've probably voted Republican more in my life than I have Democrat. Just to be honest, growing up, for the times that I've voted, whatever the case may be. But I've always considered myself an independent because I've voted both sides plenty of times as well. And so, yeah, this is beyond political. It's beyond, I'm sorry, beyond being on party writing or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be. It's way beyond that.
Yeah.
It's the difference between right and wrong. You know what I mean? In certain situations.
The lines are definitely blurred. That's for sure. The level of manipulation that's taking place in even using scripture to twist things.
I'm hearing about that, like on websites and everything. Like they're in marketing and advertisement for these different government agencies. They're starting to use scripture and different things like that. Y'all, this nationalism thing is, whew, and that's another ode back to Nazi Germany. That nationalism thing, man. That joint is so dangerous.
Yep. Hitler used the writings of Martin Luther to help fuel all of the whole agenda that he had. So I'm not surprised by anything I'm seeing now. They're just using the same playbook.
Yeah, so yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to change anybody's political beliefs. That's not what this is. I just, you know, we gotta have dignity and respect, and you know, stand for the voiceless. You know, this is just, you know, there's got to be this justice. This is scriptural. This very thing is scriptural as well. And so when there seems to be a contrast like that, or when people are like when he gives scriptures about obeying the law, I mean, I really, you know, anyway. That's what it is. Sometimes the laws need to be changed, right? And that's just what it is. And we've seen that progression throughout the history of many different countries where the law just needed to be changed. So that is what that is. There's a way to do things. There's just a way to do things. And unfortunately, I just really feel like we're not doing things the right way. And you start seeing things done the wrong way so much and so blatantly that you have to start believing that it's on purpose.
It is on purpose. And it's because they can. Who's going to stop me? Do what I want to do.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I mean, Judon said it, you know, so true. It was once literally against the law for us to read. I was against the law. When I say us, I'm talking about black folk.
Right.
Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm just, you know, I just want to be sure I'm clear across the board.
Can't read, but you're not smart enough to read, but you're smart enough to raise our children.
Yeah. That part.
Yeah. So that's what it is. There's just a way to do things, right? There's a way to do things. That's all I'm saying. There is a way to do things. And things can get shiesty and things can get violent. But there's a way to do things to try to make it so that the percentage of doing it doesn't lead to that, right? And, you know, it's just, I'm not, you know, it doesn't seem like there's any surveillance really taking place.
Because it's part of the strategy. This man is always about show of force, show everyone how, you know, strong and tough we are. We can get anybody. They're not doing that in the communities where these immigrants that are supposedly criminals, they're not rolling up on them like that because they know they're people going to take some L's. They're doing it to people that they know are not going to fight back. They're going to be somewhat compliant because those are the ones that are following the laws that they are so careless with. So that's part of the strategy.
Yeah. Since you came back, you disappeared and came back. When you came back with a voice thing as well on your thing. Did you heard that, Brina, or was that just me?
Mm-hmm. I heard
What's the voice thing?
It's like your thing is making sounds. So when you talk, it's giving some sort of weird feedback, which means you might want to go back out, come back in again, and we might have to try to see how that works as well. Go ahead and talk for real quick for me. Okay, we can't hear you now at all. Talk a little bit real quick. Yeah, we can't hear you at all now. So you'll probably have to put him back in. You might have to go off, refresh, come back in. But let's see here.
Okay.
Let's wrap things up for the night. Again, make sure to like, subscribe, do all those last things, all those things. Last topic of the night. Let's do. All right, so Kid Rock has the Rock the Country festival, and I guess they were trying to get Ludacris on the festival. They may have jumped the gun and had Ludacris on a flyer or something like that. It got out, and eventually they went into damage control or whatever, and just kind of make sure to pull Ludacris from it. We don't have any content on that at all, right? And so the thing was, and again, this is where just politics is weird to me. But I'll let y'all talk about it first, and then I'll talk about my joint. What were y'all thoughts around this Ludacris thing with Kid Rock's festival, Rock the Country festival? Of course, the internet went crazy, yada yada yada. People were upset that Ludacris would possibly be on this tour. I guess they deemed I think because Kid Rock, I guess, being MAGA or whatever case may be, yada yada yada. But yeah, thoughts.
I was surprised to see Ludacris with any kind of involvement. Was not surprised to see Nelly's name on there because I know he did the last one. He's kind of a lost cause at this point, but
Throws a whole thing away.
I don't know what to say. It's just like I said, we talked about Stephen A. Smith last week and some of his comments, and there's an issue of responsibility. I think that when certain artists, when they make decisions like that, I know that this one seems to be it was a mix up or something like that, so to speak. But that's where the backlash comes from. And it's like, okay, this is who you're supporting, this is the fan base that you're performing in front of, what they stand for. Why would you want to be involved in that? Nelly has already made his comments in different things in the past. But I hadn't heard Ludacris make any statements or anything about it. But yeah, I was kind of shocked to see that.
So the word on the street from Ludacris's camp, and I believe his manager is saying they never agreed to it, but the marketers kind of jumped the gun, and they had, and what leaked was having Ludacris on it. But any other thoughts you had regarding it, Monique?
I think when I heard it, I kind of just shrugged both of them off, Luda and Nelly. I don't honestly don't care. Who's Nelly? I don't know him. Who's Luda? Don't know him either. So, and honestly, what have you said and done for the culture in the last 5 to 10 years anyway? That would be more important to me. So it's like, go ahead and get your coins, because I know you need it. We all got to get our coins, but ain't nobody really rocking with either one of you. Nice forever.
Wow. Your thing is still making that noise, by the way.
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on there either. But I don't know. I have a different opinion of this. Everything don't got to be politicized. Everything does not have to be politicized. At the end of the day, Nelly and Luda and whoever have fans, obviously. Kid Rock has fans, and some of their fans intersect and merge and to go on a music tour together to serve those fans. Does that have to be a left-right thing? Does that have to be a blue-red thing? Does that have to be a Republican-Democrat thing?
I think if it stuck to just the music, I could agree with you. But we know Kid Rock is very vocal in favor of Donald Trump, and he makes his political opinion very loud and clear during his raggedy performances. And so it just bodes that when he's having these music festivals, that's going to be part of his festival. And that's fine. That's well within his right. But the artists that are performing at these festivals is kind of sort of like you're on his platform. He's very vocal about his political opinions and perspectives. Does that alienate your fans who come to hear your music that may not share that same opinion? Not saying he has to be quiet, because you can do whatever you like in your music festivals. That's your platform. But it is something for Luda and anybody else to ask, will my fans who are coming to hear, will they feel like this is a place where they're welcome?
So, and again, I'm not going to act like I watch a bunch of Kid Rock shows online to see his live performances.
No one does. No one does. So
my point being, every time Kid Rock gets up to do his shows, he says something political. Like
there's no time he does shows. He's there's no every time. The one time, so
that's what I'm saying. Like on this particular tour, who's to say that's even gonna go there from the stage and be verbally said? I don't know what kind of messaging could be in the marketing and what else could be going on in the arenas or whatever the case may be. But from the stage, who's to say that Kid Rock's gonna go on a whole spew about the Republican Party and the left and all that kind of. I watched a lot of music shows in my life, plenty of shows in my life. I don't know that I can name maybe more than one concert where the artist starts just rambling off about political situations. Like I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying that's not the norm, right?
But that's the flyer.
Breen brought the receipts.
Hold on. So what's wrong with this flyer? It's red, white, and blue. It's America. Come on, guys. I mean,
it's celebrating 250 years of the freedom of this country. But now Ludacris is off this flyer and it's just Nelly. But I'm just saying, if the purpose of this festival is celebrating 250 years of freedom, there are no other Black artists here. If this is supposed to be all, you know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't really represent all of America.
Well, by no means. But guys, we have hip hop festivals and Essence festivals and all kinds of. This is obviously listen, man. White people get to have their stuff. You feel me?
Right, and that's what we're saying. You can have it. Mm-hmm. We're not saying don't have it. What we're saying is, if you are a predominantly Black hip hop artist, where the major part of your base is Black people who may not rock with this whole getup, you have to ask yourself, am I going to alienate the people who come to hear my music, or do I have enough of the white fan base that I can roll out with this? And we know Nelly does, because he's had some country songs, and white people love Hot in Here. And, it gives the white women an excuse to get drunk and take their clothes off. And so, he's going to do well. Wow. But again, like Breen just said, there are no other African-American artists on this tour. Then is it really celebrating freedom or celebrating white freedom? And that's fine. because Essence Festival and hip hop festivals,
Mm-hmm.
they made Something in the Water, the Roots Festival. They have incorporated other artists that are not black, but you don't have to, and that's fine. We ain't want to come to the Raggedy Show, no way.
Listen, and I agree that the flyer gives,
It
even I said right
absolutely
here,
does.
by In Kim America vibes. It very much so
Absolutely.
does. But that in itself, guys, is not a bad thing,
No,
right?
no, it's not a bad thing. Again, you just
Like for
have
those
to ask
people who want
yourself.
to be overly patriotic and yada yada yada, that's not necessarily bad, right? When you start mixing things with that, that's a whole nother ball game.
No,
But just looking at that flyer, you know what I mean? Just it's just a
no, the flyer doesn't. Again, you can have your festival because that's what this country is about. There's something for everyone. All I'm saying is if you're a hip hop artist and the majority of your fan base is black, and when you were putting music out, you were speaking to the black experience, you have to ask yourself, are those fans who love my music going to feel welcome here or not? Or do I care because I'm getting a bag? It
but
doesn't
let's
matter.
but let's be sure, who's the number one buyer of hip hop music?
Young white kids. Ain't nobody buying Ludacris.
So I'm saying, so the main people that were buying Luda back in the day, that were buying Nelly back in the day, these were still mostly white
Back in the day,
kids.
no, I disagree with you. Back in the day when Luda and Nelly were popping, I don't think it was just white kids. I think white
No,
kids
I
are the
didn't say
biggest
just. I
consumers
said
of
mostly, as they've been the biggest consumers of hip
nowadays.
hop.
Nowadays, but back when they were popping in the late 90s, I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think it's shifted, of course, now to white kids, but
No, I mean, we used to. It's always since the late '90s specifically. It's always been majority white kids. It's always been that way.
I disagree.
This is why
I
you don't have to.
disagree.
Like I said, as somebody who's been in the music industry for years, I'm letting you know what the stats say. You feel what I'm saying?
You was
And
in
so,
Christian music. You weren't in hip hop, babe.
baby, I saw it all. Why do you think Eminem is almost like the number one selling joint?
Because he's
Like
good.
he is good. I'm not gonna say that, but he's also white. You know what I mean? And so anyway, all that to be said, and I'm not trying to be overly naive. I'm just also not trying to be overly assumptive or accusatory. You know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. Either, when it comes to this kind of stuff, the flyer looked like a good old boy American flyer, man. I mean, it is what it is. I just can't. I'm not trying to sit here and knock that. I didn't see a Confederate flag on the flyer. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't see any MAGA, Make America Great Again on the flyer. I didn't see any of that. You know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. I just don't understand why everything has to be red or blue, Democrat, Republican.
That's where we are
Yada
as
yada
a
yada.
society.
Now we're in.
It's not so
Now
much.
it's music too. Like
It's
for
not
real,
so
we
much.
all can't enjoy.
No.
Music used to be the one thing we can all enjoy. We can't even all enjoy music anymore.
Yeah, but we can't enjoy it. Do we enjoy any of this music that's going to be performed?
Listen.
at
There
this
are some
festival?
black people that enjoy Kid Rock and stuff like that. I'm not saying that's a majority type thing, but there are black people who enjoy this type of music. Like there's a
And
lot
there
of
are
artists.
also black country artists. Like Nelly's
There's
not the
also
only one.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. My point is,
So-
I don't know enough about country and that genre to know, even in that long list of people, to know who might be black, might not be black. I have no clue, because that's not my cup.
I would even go as far as to say I don't think Luda should have dropped out. If you wanted to pursue this, if you wanted to perform and get your money, Luda. Nobody's trying to stop you from getting it back. No one.
But again, see,
No
when
one's
you already throwing shade at Luda, when Luda's manager has already said, we never agreed to this. This was proposed. They got ahead of themselves and put us on the flyer, and we never said this is what was going forth.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
And I feel that, right? And again, I'm not sitting here trying to be naive. I'm also trying not to be accusatory, right?
I'm not
And
accusing. I'm
because,
not accusing. I'm saying if that was something you were considering and you changed your mind because of backlash, don't do that. Get your bag, take care of your family, make your money. I don't know how you make your money. But I don't think you should go and flip flop because you're concerned about the backlash.
yeah, I mean, and I feel
Just
you.
do
Maybe, but we don't know if that's the case or not. We don't know
right,
for
and I'm
facts
just
if
saying,
that's the case.
if that was the case, that they jumped the gun, then it's unfortunate that people came at you that way. But if it was something you did and you decided to withdraw for the backlash, nah, you shouldn't have done that, player. Go ahead and make your money, because ain't no more
Yeah.
Fast and Furious movies coming out with you in it.
How you know?
Are we really trying to do another Fast and Furious? Can they
Are
be
we
slow
trying to?
and
They have yet to do the Fast and Furious is back in time with the dinosaurs. The car goes up it. It's on a brontosaurus.
can
It
we
lands on
not?
and it goes down the back of the Flint
Can
like
we
the
not be
Flintstone
Fast
joint.
and
That has
Furious?
not happened yet.
Can we be slow and happy? Can we do that?
Anyway, so that is what that is. There, I'm just saying. Scripture tells me that I should, think the best as someone who loves. You know what I mean? And so I'm just trying to think the best. You feel what I'm saying? Of these cats. So that is what it is. I think that is going to be the night. We had one more topic, but it was a very goss topic. Matter of fact, it's in the title of the show. We're going to have to remove it from the title of this show.
Absolutely.
It's a very goss topic that I'm sure will come up next week. Again, it's a very goss topic. With that being said, y'all, it's been a fun time. Appreciate you guys hanging with us. Make sure to like and subscribe, share out. It's the Tastemaking Spot. We hang, we talk about these different things going on. We give you just a little bit, a taste of the culture, a lot of times from a Christian view, a lot of time from a black view, a little bit of everything. I mean, we got all kinds of voices, all kinds of thoughts, all kinds of perspectives, and we love to respect them all, right? Because that's more so what we're here to do, is to build a table and make sure you are seen, heard, loved, acknowledged, all those beautiful, caring, self-loving things that my wife would say. Anyway, with that being said, appreciate it. Thank you, Litany, for hanging out with us tonight. That's my wife, Monique. If y'all like Monique being on here, she's comic relief. She's hilarious. She's great at what she does. Gotta make sure to leave me comments and tell me how great my wife is. That's Bree down below us. I'm quote, Gauze had to get up earlier. We're Tastemakers Pod, and we will see you guys likely next week. Appreciate y'all hanging. Deuces.